G'day guys, what's going on? Caleb here from Burnie, Tasmania, Australia, on the northwest coast. I've been living here my whole life really, and yeah, I'm keen to show you guys my next project. So I'm keen to take on this monstrosity. It is a 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. Clearly my biggest tank yet. I've only dealt with 3 and 4 foot. I've even got a little 1 foot tank, planted tank. I'm keen to take this on. Did have a sump filter, but wasn't real keen on that because I don't really know how. I'm not really experienced with it, and I've got like 3 canister filters, so I might as well use them. So did have holes in the bottom, but I've got cut some glass and silicone it down, and she ain't gonna leak anymore. I'll do the same on the other side. Also picked up this rubber matting, which I'm going to stick. I was thinking I'm going to stick under the glass between the tank and the stand, and that'll help take any imperfections out of the glass when she's full, because it'll weigh about 700 kilos when it's full, which is just ridiculous. So I've got a few tanks. I've got 3 tanks inside, 4 foot, they're all cichlids. Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be my South American tank, because I've got a South American tank inside, but it's too small. I've got Oscars and stuff like that, and the Oscars are just freaking huge, and they're getting too small. They're outgrowing the tank, so I think they'll really appreciate this size sort of tank. So I was thinking a planted tank. So I'll do like rocks and plants there, rocks and plants there, sand through the middle and off the sides at the front end, just plants everywhere. I'm going to string some lights up, not in here. I'm going to somehow move this tank to the other bedroom where it'll be sitting. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Hope you stick around. I'm going to record the whole process this time on how I do the fish tanks and set it all up, and yeah, I'm keen to take you guys along. Now I was wondering how I'm going to move this damn tank, because it weighs so much. And then I remember, well, my brother, he's over from Melbourne, so he's my little brother, but he's actually like twice my size, so maybe he can help. So let's see if I can get him involved. Hey guys, bye. That's my brother Jay from Melbourne. So now I'm going to lift this damn thing because the weight is fun. So here we go. Now I have managed to inch this tank away from that wall and back around. It's going to go against that wall there, which I think will be alright. Fill the room in nicely. I was worried about the weight of the thing, so I've just put some braces in there, and it's really taken the wobble out of the tank. Next step, I'm going to stick this stuff in there underneath the tank. I think that'll really help with the, sometimes when the tank weighs so much, the glass can be slightly out. So I've got that on between the frame and the glass, and that should help take out any imperfections and take all the stress out of the glass. I mean, it'd probably be right, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Righto, all that matting's in. I cut them all into strips. Unfortunately, Bunnings run out of the mats that I wanted, because I only had one. I was going to get two and just do the whole lot, but I improvised, so I just cut it all into strips, stuck it under each bit of timber, so it came out well. Yeah, so I suppose next step will be we'll be having to get sand and rocks and plants and all that sort of stuff. That's the fun part, because you can just make it up as you go and all that sort of stuff. That's one of my other fish tanks. Hey buddy. He's a beautiful fish. This is the sort of sand I want. Sparkling white. Yeah, so we'll get all that sort of stuff and stick it all together and see what comes up. Let's go get some rock. Righto, here at Red Rock. Nice spot out here. Let's see if we can't find some rocks. These are the ideal rocks, those flat slaty looking ones. I like the colour of them, it's a bit grey. Yeah, no, let's see what we can pinch. I found a little bit of wood, might look alright with the big wavy sticking out of the tank, might look cool at the background. Righto, out here at the beach, got some nice sand here, just look good in the tank. Not a bad day actually out here, but here we are, sand there, ready to go. Righto, this is the haul I've got. All these rocks here, hopefully it's enough. I've got a little bit of timber I showed you earlier, and there's another bit of timber I found, which I think will look cool, goes all the way around, bends around. I think that'll look sick. And got my sand. The benefit with doing this stuff like this, you just cannot go wrong. You just make it up as you go. Sand, rocks, a bit of plants, looks unreal. Righto, we've got all the hardscapes, some of the sand, ready to rock and roll. Now I was going to put what's it called, polystyrene under the rocks, just so it doesn't sit on the glass. Too much pressure on the glass, but I don't have any and I can't find any. So the next best option, I'm going to put a thin layer of sand along the whole base, just to sit the rocks on, and then around the rocks it'll be a lot thicker, but just for now I'm just going to put some sand there so the rocks don't sit directly on the glass and crack it or anything stupid. Now I know some of you are saying there's no nutrients in the sand, so the plants won't thrive. I get that, I understand that, so that's what I use. I'm going to crush these up, root tabs, they work really well. Just crush these up, I'm going to stick them in the sand all over, as well as a couple of tablets underneath big plants in the background and whatnot. As well as, I also use this stuff, it's awesome stuff. So planted tanks, you just put a cap in, I can't remember what the dose is, but good stuff anyway. So use that to help the plants thrive as well. Now that the sand's in, nice and thick, just thin layer over there and there, it's time to stick these in and sort of see if they'll work or not. I've also got that tree trunk I want to stick in here at some point. Unfortunately the tree trunk will float, so I have to try and figure out how to glue that down as well. But see how we go. It's more art than science. Righto, that's the rocks in. Pretty happy with that placement there. Also had a hand for Emma. through this bit of timber in here. Quite like how it goes up, flows up with the rocks there. I think that looks kind of cool. So that's all the hardscaping in. Now all I have to do is put the rest of the sand in and then plants. Now if I was to fill this up with water now, the wood would just completely float straight up the top. It'd be no good. So I'm going to glue it down with this proper aquarium grade silicone to help hold it in place. Righto, it's been a few days now. Silicone should have dried. Keep that down so stop it from floating. All I want to do now is put some plants in. I've got to somehow figure out how to hang these lights. I'm going to hang some lights above the fish tank. So I've got lights, install the heater, the rest of the plants and the rest of the sand and yada yada yada. Yeah, I'm going to head out and go see if I can find some plants and let's go find some. Righto, down here at Fern Glade, checking the place out. It's a wicked spot. See what plants we can find and see if we get any good moss or anything. Be cool to check it out anyway. So the tide's out, which gives us a good opportunity to look at some plants. I think some of these ferns would look cool maybe. Okay, so these are the plants I've managed to get. Some I've found outdoors and some I've bought. These grasses here I got outdoors out at Fern Glade. Got some ferns there, got some moss. Wasn't much moss because there's not really a lot of rain. But we also got some plants I bought. Plants, some lizard tails, Amazon swords, the usual stuff. These nice bushy ones, which I think will look kind of cool. So next step is to put them in place and see how it looks. So these are the lights I got. I've had them off a previous setup, LED ones. I'm going to see if I can install them into this piece of pine here and then hang them above the tank, and hopefully that'll look cool. Righto, so it seems to be successful. Install the lights into the piece of pine. I've just notched them in there with a router. Hung them above the tank with fishing line and put it in some screws in the ceiling. Pretty happy with the setup. Not really keen on the old lead there, but I'll figure something out later. It'll do for now. Yeah, I think it lights the tank up pretty well. Okay, so now that the sand's in, the heater's in, I've got another heater to put in, but I can't put it in just yet because it's keeping the water warm where the fish are being stored at the moment. I've got the filter set up, and I've got, this came with the tank. It was just a little water pump, so I thought I'd give it a go and just see how it looks. So now that that's all set up, I'll have a go putting some moss in. Mossy is quite hard to get going underwater. And it's really hard to buy moss in Tasmania, but I'll have a go anyway. I've got some moss down in here. Hopefully she grows. I'm going to glue it in place with this stuff. It's good stuff. Once it dries, it's non-toxic, doesn't hurt anyone. Yeah, so let's have a go. that's all the moss in for now. I'm happy with that. I don't want to do any more, but see how that goes. Hopefully it goes alright. Yeah, so now plants, I guess. I do want to try and cover the background a bit, maybe the edges, and just leave this foreground nice and open. Yeah, see how we go. Righto, so that's all the plants in, all done. Hopefully they thrive. I'll add more as time goes on, but just for now I've got only these ones. I hope they grow. I'm going to keep the lights on all the time now, so I hope they thrive. Yeah, so righto, so next step, let's fill her up and see how she looks. Righto, now that she's all full, I can see how it looks. Unfortunately, this log did start to move, so I've had to readjust all the rocks. So I've got that one there and the one over there just to help weigh it down until it becomes waterlogged. So yeah, so now I put all my additives in, let it run overnight, and then I'll add the fish in the morning. Been a long time without you. Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you, but everything is not enough. Really hard is by the ocean, and all of those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my hand. Right, I had left the tank running overnight. The heaters on, lights on, everything. So it's looking pretty cool. I like the ripple effect from the water pump. Makes it look like a running river almost. Right, it's been 24 hours since I put the fish in, and I think they are absolutely loving it. Look at the Oscars. Look at him. He's content. I think they're starting to enjoy their environment. Aren't you, mate? Jack Dempsey there. Few pearl slippers. Bit of Uru, which I think was cool. Albino. Yeah, everything seems to be going alright. They did pull out this lizard tail from over there, so I've just stuck it there. Yeah. That roll looks pretty good. Driftwood catfish. I have got another catfish coming. He's over here. Little pleco, see him there. When he gets bigger, I'll put him in here. Can't put him in there now because he'll probably get eaten. Anyway, yeah, that's my fish tank now. I'll put a video up, proper video after this video of the whole thing. That's me and my journey, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, send us a like, and yeah, hope you enjoyed.